Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! We're gonna come and breach your border!
No, you're not! We're gonna defend our border with non-lethal weapons and crowd control measures!
Allah Akbar! You are the weakest nation on earth! It's pathetic!
No, it's not! It's not pathetic! Restraint means toughness! Restraint means toughness! You know what? I'm so sick of IDF sock puppets. How much time before the show? Shalom, Eliyokim Cohen, Jews News Briefs, June 2nd, 2011, the 29th day of the year in the Hebrew calendar. Live from Jews News World headquarters, as usual, an awesome show today. My father is actually the sponsor of today's show, 20at60.com. My father is a 20-year-old man running 60 miles a day. 60-year-old man running 20 miles a day across America. He's made it all the way from Jacksonville, Florida to New Mexico. He's running for charity. Please visit the site. This is unbelievable. I am so proud of my father. Alright, I have here grains of sand. I'm going to read a quote that is absolutely gut-wrenching. Where are the children? They said something about going out to the sand dunes to collect some sand. Oh my God, the poor dears. I see it now. They want to collect sand as a last memoir, as a souvenir from the Vedic. Tears fill their eyes. This is Jews destroying the lives of other Jews a few years ago. The same thing happened to my cousin this morning. The IDF and the Border Patrol and the police came, and they roughed up my cousin and the people that live in his quote-unquote outposts. They destroyed their structures. My cousin's now homeless for the second time in a few months. I don't understand the need of Jews to treat other Jews like this when they don't do anything to the Muslims. You know how many illegal structures are built in Israel by the Muslims that we do nothing about because of fear of, world condemnation? We're a weak, pathetic, spineless government right now, and it is ruining the heart and soul of our people. We need to unite around this insanity. Alright, let's do a little today in Jewish history. During the Arab riots in 1936, the Irgun defied the Jewish agencies called for restraint by killing 9 Arabs with an explosion at Jerusalem's Jaffa Gate. The Irgun was very instrumental in building this country. They didn't listen to anybody's call for restraint. They stood up for our people and for this land, which is why we have an Israel today. Restraint means weakness. It is the definition of weakness. Alright, today's Torah tidbit is an amazing one. Hashem lets his name be erased in a process called Sota in this week's Parsha, Parshat Naso, to show the importance of Shalom Bayit. Shalom Bayit is family unity. This is something lost on most of our people in modern times. Nothing is more important than family. Not money, not material things, not your reality shows. Your family comes first, your spouse comes first, your kids come first. These people that work, late hours, thinking they're giving their kids a better life, that are growing out, with no fathers, no mothers, being raised by, Puerto Rican nannies. That is not family unity. In modern times, the Jewish, family dynamic has been lost on most people. We need to get back to this. That's what we're known for. That's the pride of our people, is our closeness and tight-knit families. All right, today's Jewish quote is an amazing one. It's actually from Mark Twain. If statistics are right, the Jews constitute but 1% of the human race. That's actually not true. We're 1/1000th of the human race, meaning 1 in every 1,000 people you see are Jewish. He is as prominent on the planet as any other people, and his commercial importance is extravagantly out of proportion to the smallness of his bulk. I don't see why Mark Twain and other Gentiles get this, but Jews don't understand that without a God, there's no way that we exist right now. Not only that we don't exist, but look at our role in the world. I mean, we're so out of proportion to our numbers based on, what we do for this world. Scientific achievements, military things we've come up with, medicine, just everything. People need to see that this shows that we're being led by God. Alright, our top story today is an absolutely amazing one, and it's actually part of our Happy Time segment. Guess who might be sitting on the world's biggest reserve of oil? I know you're thinking, but Saudi Arabia, some other country, and nope, Israel. Actually, 15% of this country contains shale oil deposits. The joke was always that Moshe took a wrong turn. He banged the left when he should have banged the right. That is not true. Israel might have the world's largest reserve of oil, which would mean just staggering things for this country's economy, for our self-esteem, for our feeling that we need, and everybody else. We might become energy independent, which countries that are absolutely flourish. This is Just an absolutely amazing discovery. We knew that there was oil. We found tons of gas deposits, but we didn't actually know how much oil until it was released the other day. I mean, we might be an absolute oil monster. We'll have so much more money for defense, for public works, for charitable things, if it's spent correctly, hopefully, God willing. This is an absolutely unbelievable day for Israel. There's actually something in the Jewish text that says at the end of times, the Jews, the Israelites, the land of Israel will become self-sufficient. This definitely goes in line with that. Right now we get our oil from Egypt, which I don't know if you've noticed, but Egypt is not a big fan of Israel right now. They're just about ready to rip up that peace treaty. They already opened up the border with Gaza. This has unbelievable, this means unbelievable things for this country. This is today's poll question. What do you think that you, the Jewish people, have a land that might have the world's largest oil reserves? I find this absolutely fascinating, which is why I want to do this as the top story, unlike some of our, barfable things that I'm going to mention in a minute. So yesterday was Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day. The parades were just unbelievable. The unity that was exhibited was heartwarming. So I'm going to read some of the quotes. The question was, what's your best memory, thought, or feeling of Jerusalem? So one person wrote, just being there was home. I was afraid, but looking back, I want to return and stay. I need to return. Coming up to the wall at the stroke of midnight on Friday night within a few hours after landing. The connection with my people was made. There's some more amazing quotes. Thank you everybody for answering the question. Please keep sharing this. Our last 2 days we've had unbelievable amounts of hits on YouTube. Again, our goal is 100,000 people every day. So facebook.com/JewsNews. Join the group. Share your news with us. Anything you want me to say in the show, I will. This is the Jews show for the Jewish people. Alright, speaking of Egypt, Hamas is smuggling a rocket a day into into Gaza, from Egypt. This has absolutely devastating consequences for this country. I've been reporting on this for about a week or two, that the opening of the Rafah border, they're already smuggling weapons in through these tunnels. Egypt doesn't stop the tunnels. They don't need tunnels anymore because they can just smuggle them right through a big open border with border guards that hate Jews, that hate Israel. It's not going to be too difficult to bribe them with, oh, here, you want a turkey sandwich for letting me get this mustard gas in? No pun intended. I mean, this is just... Now there's other reports that Iran and Egypt are trying to, get more friendly ties. They've sort of been like in this little Cold War for a long time. Our region right now is catastrophic. And our leaders don't really seem to grasp this, but the two nations that we have peace treaties with have both said overwhelmingly they don't want those peace treaties anymore. Our two neighbors to the north tried to breach our border, which we used absolutely the most puny crowd control measures I've ever seen, and complete embarrassment to our people. Things are not good in the world, but in this region, we have just become an absolute doormat, and that's... Shalom? Hi, Ima. Mom, why do I need a curfew? I'm 30 years old. Mom, I had a curfew. Fine, what's the curfew? 11:30? Mom, my curfew in high school was 1:30. Mom, can we at least talk? Can I call you back? Please reconsider 11:30, Mom. It's just not late enough. It's just not fair. Where was I? Hamas is smuggling weapons in. It's going completely unchecked. We made an agreement with Egypt that monitors, European monitors, had to be at the border. That agreement is now being broken by Egypt. I hope people at home realize the insanity. My hair is going to become completely white soon, like my grandmother's was, from just the stress of reporting this nonsense every single day. I try to report happy news. This is not out there right now. Every single day, it's just another manifestation of our weakness, just another nauseating story. We'll get something happy out of this. There were Arab and leftist protests, meaning that Jews and Muslims protested yesterday against Jerusalem Day. But the traditional Jerusalem Day flag march drowned that out because over 30,000 people started singing to drown out the Muslim and lefty Jews chant, which I found absolutely just awesome. If you'd seen some of the pictures from these parades, it was very, very inspiring. Just absolutely amazing that Jews at some times during the year can actually unite and get together. It doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, it's very magical. And if you watch this video, it's like this handful of leftists trying to like shout, Israel's an apartheid state! Stop the occupation! And you'd have like 40,000 Jews, you know, screaming whatever they were screaming to drown them out, which was just absolutely awesome. Guys, I'm glad I have Ralph here with me because this will definitely make you at home go like this. So there's a member of the Knesset who says that we should not stop. The flotilla's coming, you know, even though the border from Egypt to Gaza is now open, they're still sending flotillas as a 100% provocation. So this Knesset member, Captain Stupid Idiot, says, let's redirect them to the Ashdod beach and then receive them with flowers. This is the response of this person that Jews voted into the Knesset. He wants to respond to a flotilla by greeting them with flowers. I almost want to quit the show today, but I have a few more stories to get to. Speaking of this, the IDF readies a firm but non-lethal response along our borders. The IDF is taking extra precautions and preparing a firm but non-lethal response to any attempts to force the nation's to march through the nation's borders in the upcoming days. I don't know if you know what's going on in the Muslim world. They're just shooting their own people for protesting. So these protesters say, I don't want to get shot protesting against, you know, my own government. Why don't I just march into Israel because, you know, they'll greet me with flowers and they'll shoot me with non-lethal weapons, which means like water balloons and squirt guns. I'm so disgusted right now. I hope this is coming through on the camera at home. How absolutely... You know what this is like? You ever seen the movie Back to the Future? You know that one scene where he goes, no, Biff, you leave her alone. Don't you... We becoming McFly! Hello, McFly! McFly! How many more people have to breach our... I forgot about this article. Palestinians are planning a mass fly-in. They're planning to fly refugees into Ben Gurion Airport en masse. They're just going to sit at the airport and just stay there. They're going to breach us by sea, breach us by land, now they're going to breach us by air. And we're not doing anything. And our own president, Shimon Peres, had this stupid idiot quote the other day, I believe in the eternity of Jerusalem. I believe that Jerusalem will know true peace soon. He wants to give away Jerusalem to the same people that are doing all this other stuff. I need to end the show. One more thing. We have a wanker alert. I hope you know what a wanker is. It's a British term. We have a wanker alert. Wanker alert! Wanker alert! Coldplay! You know, the band that everyone says is the new U2 is actually just as pathetic as U2. They're now writing on their official Facebook page, they're referring their fans to Freedom for Palestine page. Oh, you know what else I read the other day? The lesbian, bisexual, gay, transgender alliance in New York is planning like this mass demonstration against Israeli apartheid. We're the only nation on earth that lets gays be gay without killing them. And they're protesting. How does my slogan go? It's not news unless it's Jews news. I have to leave today. Please post this show. Please post my disgust. I hope it's your disgust at home. What's going on in this world that we're not doing anything about it? I need a donut. Please help me out and post this show. I work very hard to bring you great news with a little bit of humor and a lot of disgust. Please help me out and post this episode. Shalom. It's not news unless it's Jews news. Everyone have a great day.